Do you think we do grief well, generally speaking?
In New Zealand, it's certainly something that's getting better. In the past, I don't think people have talked about grief. I think grief is something we need to talk about. Certainly with my involvement with the programs we run, that'd be the saying that we say every session. It is helpful to talk about it.
Why is it helpful?
A problem shared is a problem halved. You know, there's that sense where we get it from in here out to here, then it doesn't feel so big, doesn't feel so overwhelming, and we allow people to help as well. There's a community that we're a part of. There's relationships that we need to keep alive without shutting people off, and that's probably another thing that happens. You know, people, if I'm thinking back, where they said they lost friendships because they shut them out. They didn't want to talk about it, and that's hurtful. It's hurtful for both parties, and we need to fix that. Yeah.
So are you saying that the key support, if you like, if you've got a friend who's in grief or a partner, the support mechanism that you can offer is listening?
Just listen, yeah. And there's a Hebrew practice they call sitting shiva, and that's just visiting someone who's lost or going through some grief and pain, and just sitting. If they want to talk, you talk. If they want to be silent, then you sit, and you just sit. And I think that's a skill that people want to have. Certainly, I think the Māori culture embrace that. They have the body in the house for 3 to 5 days or something. It's an open casket. The children can run around, and people drop in. You don't have to be invited, and you just sit and you be with that person who's grieving, and you realise that the person who's died, they're not there anymore. It's just their body. They used to be in that body, and now they're gone. And it's that realisation that death has happened, I think.
If grief is about loss, can we grieve before that loss? So I'm thinking of people sitting with someone who's dying with cancer. Do we wait till death before we start grieving?
No, we don't. Good illustration, because I mean, it's not just about the loss. I mean, you can lose the relationship you've got the person. You're losing the potential relationship in the future as well. But it's just about the change that's going on as well. So grief is about change, and yeah, there's something significant that goes on in that process of losing the person, I suppose. Yeah.
We used to talk about the stages of grief, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. How does that sit as a way of coping, a way of integrating in your mind?
Okay, so I did read that Kubler-Ross wrote those specifically for cancer grieving, and those stages of loss of denial, anger, bargaining or blame, depression and acceptance were the stages that people go through when someone's dying of cancer and they're caring for that person. And that's a helpful kind of model. But what happened in the over time is people grabbed that model and said this is for all of death and all of marriage separation and divorce. And what the weakness of that is that it has as the underlining goal of grieving is to accept it, is to get over it. And I don't think anyone's experience of grief is that everyone says, I want to get over it and I can't, what's wrong with me? So the more modern theory of grief and loss is the continuing bonds model of grief. And that would be saying that we don't get over this, we don't wake up tomorrow morning and it's all gone. We learn to live with the loss. And the memories keep that person alive. The significant person that we have lost, we remember the good times. We remember when they made us laugh. We remember when we felt warm been near them. We felt sadness when they were alive as well. We felt, those memories from long ago, those sorts of things that hold the person and lives on. Those memories live on.
And so that's a big transfer of our reality from see, touch, talk. Do I take that? I take those memories.
And yet some people do find that they can still talk to the person when they've died, and that's helpful in their journey. So, little kids sometimes pick up the phone and they have a special phone to mum who died, and they'll have a conversation. And that's helpful for them living with the loss. That's the big change. We're not learning to get over it, we're learning to live with it.